Evening tubers, KingGrimlock back again for another Grimgram. And first off, as ever, a little bit of housekeeping. This will be a continuation of my viewers request session. I think we'll go with that. You know what? I think we'll stick with that. My viewers request session. Shall we see if I can get it right in one of these damn videos before AA? I doubt it. As such, this is a request from Zizzler Rizzled 8707 Linky, and it's Superlink Scorponok. It's the Energon Scorponok, but the Japanese version of said character. The other bit of housekeeping, of course, is if you haven't watched previous reviews, new subscribers, your names aren't up at the back yet because these have all been recorded in one block. They will go up for the post-AA reviews and recordings, so thank you for your patience regarding that. I've got a lot going on. Go back and watch the animated Swindle review. That explains everything pretty much. So shall we have a look at this big man Bajamba? He is stonking. This is one of the few Energon toys I own, and you know what? I fully blame Exaggerated Elegy George Linky and Ray I Love Mass Linky for making me buy this toy. They made me buy this toy with how much their reviews gushed about how good it was, because you know what, this is fabulous. He works so well. I mean, I bought him as a Universe, a Chug Scorponok, and he fits that line beautifully because he is enough of Generation 1 Scorponok with the updated aesthetic to make it work for me. Okay, it doesn't have the vast amount of purple, which is a shame. I like purple on my Transformers. But you can see how big he is. I'm struggling to get on camera. This is an ultra class figure. This is, I think, the biggest figure I've yet reviewed of Masterpiece Grimlock for Kapow. But let's have a look at him. He is a construction scorpion. This is probably going to be a two-parter, I get that feeling, because I really want to go into detail with how good this is, because if I get you guys to buy one toy with my reviews, it should be this one. He has all this wonderful sculpted detail all over the figure. The tracks are all sculpted in. Unfortunately, he does only have wheels. But there isn't any kibble as such with this mode. It's really weird, actually. None of the three modes have that much kibble. For a triple change of this size, that's an achievement. Let's get the gimmicks out of the way. There's his sting. Quite nice. Bring him round. We have these massive claws. I'm going to struggle to keep this guy on camera. I do apologise, guys. Massive. Look at that. In and out. Massive claws. This is all articulated as well, and he has these little firing missiles. I can't remember. I think the catch is somewhere in. Oh, cock ass! I'm never going to find that again. Yeah, he has one on the other side as well, but you know what? I'm going to take it out now. Crap. Downsides of this one, there isn't that many of this mode. Really, he is near on perfect. I love the Generation 1 nods, these guns at the back, like the twin cannons on the Generation 1. It doesn't actually come with the Energon Spark Crystal, but I'll put it there because I like it. But that's pretty much the only downside. You know, he's well articulated in the arm area. The sting is well articulated as well. I mean, you can not move it too far forward, but it's up and down. You can get rid of that hook if you don't want it, if you just want it to be the Scorpion-esque part. Unfortunately, downside, these treads, which would be his legs, obviously, in the Generation 1 one, don't have anywhere to clip, really. They just sort of, you have to rely on the weight of the body to hold him down, and it works fine. There's nothing actually wrong with that. It just would have been nice if they'd have had one little clip there. As is, they don't. The colour scheme is superb. He's a construction vehicle, effectively, because you've got the little stairs going up to this cockpit. I can't actually gush enough about how much I really like this toy. He does have sound effects. The batteries in mine are dead. I'm not going to change the batteries in him because I can't be bothered to spend the money on it to have him go or whatever he does and make electric sounds and possibly a ting ting ting. I don't know. I don't want to find out, to be perfectly honest. I have a better imagination than that. Yeah, this mode is near on perfect. I love the blades. I got this on, as I said, the basis of George and Ray's reviews of him. I wasn't expecting to get as good a toy as I've got. I picked him up dirt cheap as well off eBay. I got this Superlink edition for about 12 quid, posted for an ultra class toy. You know, you ain't going to get anything better than that, really. So, is there anything else I can point out on this mode? Not really. Let's have a look at his second mode. His because he is a triple changer, if you didn't know. And so we have Scorponok in his jet mode, and I am going to struggle to keep this guy on screen because he is massive now. He is absolutely enormous. I don't know how I'm going to get the bloody robot mode on. Yeah, and there you go. That's kind of what you need to see. He is enormous. He is what, a foot and a half long, about that. And it works. It's not your half-assed mode. It's well thought out. The detailing, especially around the top, you've actually got this cockpit area. You can still slide it back and have those two prongs forward if you want to have him in sort of an attack mode, but it doesn't look as sleek, and that works really well like that. He actually has wheels all the way along the bottom as well, so you can roll him along. In all, you've got another cockpit up there. They're the lights and sound, but as I say, no chance. Again, the problem remains, though, that these sections are all just sort of placed. They're not locked in. There's no click. Supposedly, as well, I haven't been able to do it myself. These bits actually fold out a bit further, so they look a little more wingy. But when I do it, it feels like it's going to crack. Personally, it's a good mode. Don't get me wrong; it's not a bad mode at all. You know, it's hard to say essentially kibble free when you've got two bloody great claws, but everything works. Everything has a reason for being in its place. There is nothing that is just there and stuck underneath and hidden out the way. You know, the feet, or you know, the treads have come up to the back of the ship. They do have these wing areas, and the fact that they are, I'm not sure how easily you're going to be able to see that, but they are actually turbines in there as well. You have this three-stage cockpit. He looks like a massive interstellar ship. It's beautifully sculpted, beautifully made. The colour scheme, the bits that link up together, it all works. Everything seems to blend in nicely. It's all got this common aesthetic through. You know, you've got the green all the way through, which is obviously the tail and the cockpit, and then the darker areas on the outside. I like the mode. I wouldn't display it in it because it takes up so much damn space. But there is very little wrong with it. For a third mode, on a triple changer, admittedly, an Ultra Class 1, you've got a very good piece. Can I get him all on shot at once? Can I? I don't think I can. That's how big he is. He actually is bigger. He's just one of the most massive Transformers I've ever tried to review. The downside, again, this here, you can kind of, you know, if you want to have him in a weird spaceship mode, then you can, or you can go sling him under if you want to have him in a step down. But I'm all about the straight line. No, put that back. Sculpted detail, again, all picks out beautifully. I mean, there's just a massive dearth of detail on this guy. I know that the Energon release and then the Cybertron release, the Dark Scorponok, had it all as well. The Dark Scorponok had a force chip for